Hi, it's Wendy, and today's Thursday. Thanks for joining me. I have to admit that I completely forgot about my Facebook Live video today. I was sitting here working on a new project, and I all of a sudden looked down and it was 12:56, and I thought, oh my goodness, I have 4 minutes. So hi Patty and Marilyn and Danny and Jennifer and Nicole, thanks for joining me. I'm so happy that you did. I hope that I will have a little bit prepared for you. And also Sherry and Lori and Johnny, thanks so much. So I don't know if you saw my post from yesterday. Mike, Babs, Kelly, Gina, wow, so many of you today. Thank you so much. And Polly T's even here. Wow, amazing. And Sally, okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say to everybody because I know you guys love it when I say your names. And Janet, thank you. So anyway, yesterday I posted about May 8th, and May 8th has always been a really hard day for me because my stepdad Lanny died on May 8th 13 years ago, and it was really, really hard at the beginning. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown just so you guys kind of understand. So I was with my dad when he died, and he had a heart attack. He didn't know he was having a heart attack, and anyway, it was just really, really hard. And so I tried to resuscitate him and couldn't. And for so many years, I just felt like I kind of failed him, and I failed my mom and my sisters. And anyway, so I know that God is in control. I know that he has a plan and that it's not my doing if someone's going to live or die. But just those lies from Satan told me that it was my fault and that I had failed him. So just been working through that for a really, really, really long time. And I have to say is that yesterday morning I woke up and I didn't even remember that it was May 8th. That's the first time ever. Most of the time, a couple weeks before May 8th, I start kind of going into this dark tunnel and feeling just bad. And not like sad missing my dad, more like sad for me and what I had to go through, and then just the guilt coming back, you know? So anyway, yesterday I woke up and I took the kids to school, and no big deal. And the funny thing is that while we were driving to school, this fire truck was in front of us with its sirens blaring. And forever, whenever I would even see a paramedic or a fire truck with its its sirens going, I would go right back to that day. And it was funny because I didn't even think anything of it, which is a miracle in one sense. So I take my kids to school, and then I'm walking my dog around the school, and my sister sends me a text and says, "How you doing today? I'm thinking of Daddy." And I was like, oh. Now, I didn't feel bad that I didn't remember. I was so thankful. I was so thankful that God has brought me so far in the last 13 years. And then I also posted about my whole number 13 thing, which is just wild and crazy. I love the number 13. I was born on the 13th of August. I always want everything to be number 13. I want to sit in row 13 on a plane. And you know, the funny thing is, the last, when we were in Missouri, we were coming back from Missouri, and I noticed that there was not an aisle 13. Is that crazy? And no, I think I know why. Because some people are so superstitious that they don't want to sit in row 13. There was one time, probably about 5, 6, 7 years ago, we were flying and somebody a couple rows ahead of me, I think I was in row 15 and they were in row 13, said, "Can I change seats because I will not sit in row 13?" And I was like, I'll sit there. And so I was like, we can change seats. So we switched seats. Anyway, but the other thing is that after surgery, I had 13 staples in my head, which is totally a God thing because I don't think that my surgeon was counting out 13, right? Anyway, so I just felt like it was so just like confirmation from God to say, okay, 13's your year. You're done feeling guilty. You're done blaming yourself. And anyway, so it was just like a really beautiful, beautiful day. I didn't cry at all until I was talking to my sister last night. We watched the slideshow from my dad's service together because she couldn't send it to me for whatever reason. And so we just were hanging out on FaceTime and she showed it to me. And I didn't even cry during that slideshow. I cried when she told me how much she was missing me and missing us. And so anyway, it was just a really, really great day. And I just feel like God's brought me so far. And so I just wanted to explain that a little bit to you because some of you might have been like, I don't understand, whatever. And thank you for all the comments. You guys are so sweet and so caring. And everyone's sharing the little things of the people that they lost because then I could say, oh, I'm with you too. I totally understand. So I just love how sweet you guys are. So thank you very much. And it's funny because anytime I think about losing my dad, I kind of think about my grandma. And I'll just tell a little story because it relates to the next thing that we're going to talk about, which is Charlotte Stewart. Anyway, so my Grandma Lou, who I totally write about in my book, and I'm named after her, obviously. She looks so much like Charlotte Stewart, or Charlotte Stewart looked like her. And so I told her the very first time that I met Charlotte, I was like, oh my goodness, you totally remind me of my grandmother. It's like she's standing here with me right now because their mannerisms are so much alike. Their personalities are so similar. And so anyway, a little shout out to Grandma Lou. We love ya. You're amazing. Your spirit lives on. Your stories live on. So, and that takes us to this week. I am talking about Charlotte Stewart. All right, so I don't know if any of you guys know, but the cast reunion is coming up, and I'm always looking for things to write about and talk about. And so I decided that every week leading up to the reunion in Walnut Grove, we will talk about I just had to decline that. So we're going to talk about Charlotte Stewart today just because, well, I kind of just picked the first person that got announced. So, but Charlotte is really, really special to me. And even more so now after Cherry Blossom, because we got to hang out together for those 5 days in Missouri. And I felt like I knew Charlotte before the weekend, but when you go to summer camp and you really get to know everybody because you're all kind of crammed into one room. Well, we weren't crammed into one room, but we did all stay in one house with our host family, and it kind of felt like summer camp. We'd get ready together in the morning, and who's going to turn the coffee on, and then after the events were done for the day, we'd find ourselves out on the screened-in porch with a glass of wine or hanging out eating grapes or something. There was a couple times where I just poked my head into Charlotte's room and just climbed in bed with her and just hung out and talked. And so anyway, Charlotte's she's amazing. And obviously Miss Beadle is such the iconic character of the school teacher that everybody wanted to have. And so, yeah. So anyway, we're talking about Charlotte, and I watched Country Girls the other day. this new project is making me watch some episodes over again, which I didn't think I would have to do again, but I am. So I watched Country Girls yesterday, and I love Miss Beadle in Country Girls. After Laura gives her essay, and Ma tells her that it wasn't really an essay and that maybe we should go show Miss Beadle your paper. And I just love, oh my goodness, I can just see it right now. Like, he hands her the paper and Miss Beadle says, oh, yes, her writing has gotten much better, and her penmanship needs work. But I think by the time that school year ends, she'll have mastered that as well, or something like that. Like, she completely gives her such grace, such, like, knows this compassion of, like, didn't want to take away that joy that Laura felt or that Carolyn felt. And I think that Charlotte is like that. She is so willing to let others succeed, even if it maybe goes against what should happen in the rule book. You know what I mean? Like, she's that teacher who's going to say, you know, sometimes the rules don't matter. Anyway, the other thing about Charlotte is that she does have a book out that came out a few years ago. And the thing that I respect about Charlotte is that she has not had an easy life, like most of us. And she was so brave in writing about her journey. And her journey is really tough. She admits some things in her book that I don't think many people would admit. We all struggle with stuff, and sometimes we hide the consequences of those struggles. And Charlotte doesn't do that. And I just think that's really, really refreshing. So anyway, there's my little blurb on Charlotte Stewart. I've been trying to post pictures every day of Miss Beadle pictures. And tomorrow I have a blog post coming out all about Charlotte. So I hope that this is fun for you and that it just gets you really excited for the reunion. Even if you're not going to the reunion, you almost get to live the reunion through us. And if any of you guys, so many of you said that when we were in Missouri, it was like you were there because you got to see all these videos and you got to see pictures, and you could almost pretend that you were there just by like living it through us. So we're all getting really excited about the reunion, and every week we're going to do a different cast member. I'm going to have to double up on a couple because there's not enough weeks, which is amazing. It takes us all the way to July. So anyway, that is Charlotte. Charlotte Stewart for today. She is our star of the week. And I hope that you all enjoy that. Look for my blog post tomorrow. If you have subscribed, it will come automatically into your inbox. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe, or you can just go onto Facebook, onto my page, Wendi Turnbaugh as Baby Grace, and you will find it there. Let's see, where else is it? I usually put a little link in my Instagram feed, so you can look for it there too. So connect with me either on Facebook, Instagram. I also just started a YouTube channel with all of these silly videos. So if you want to do that, you can. Wendi Lou Lee is the channel name. So anyway, I hope you have a really, really great day. And I'm happy that actually my reception was okay today. I don't think anyone had any problems because I didn't have time to go somewhere else. So maybe I just need to do these videos right from this seat right here. So anyway, love you all, and I hope that you have a really great day, and I'll see you next week for, I don't know who's next. We'll see. Okay, bye.